Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode in my new series, Forgotten Gaming Gems. So, have you ever purchased a game or borrowed a game and then ran home and started playing it and thought, wow, this game is incredible, this game is amazing, only to find out that none of your friends, literally no one, is talking about that game, no one else is playing it, you seem to be the only person on the planet that's enjoying that game at that time? It's not uncommon, it's something I've felt many times, and it's not down to the game being bad that maybe you just enjoy. It can be in some instances. I've played a lot of bad games that I've enjoyed, but I've known they were bad. This is more specific, this is more to do with something releases, and for one reason or another, it just doesn't get the acclaim and the attention that it might deserve. For example, a lot of games released around the exact same time as Skyrim. I remember working in the game store when Skyrim came out, and a bunch of games released at that exact same time that were completely overshadowed. Now that's a very unique occasion. Sometimes it doesn't take that kind of event to overshadow a game or for a game to not get the attention that it deserves. Sometimes a game will just come out and it won't land with people. People won't pick it up, people won't play it, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game. It just means it didn't get the love that it deserved for one reason or another. It didn't get seen, it didn't get the publication, it didn't get the press. Something went wrong. So how do we kick this all off? We kick it off today with one of my favourite games that is so obscure now that no one seems to talk about. It's an old game, came out in 2005 on the original Xbox, and it did come out on PC, and it's been an absolute nightmare to find a copy to play today. But I'm going to be playing a game called Stubbs the Zombie, Rebel Without a Pulse. This game is so cool. It's so random. You play as a zombie, you run around eating people's brains, turning other people into zombies. It was made on the Bungie engine that they used to make the original Halo. As I said, it came out for original Xbox. It was so obscure. It had such a great soundtrack. It was really gory. I haven't played it in many years. Probably not since back on the Xbox in 2005 when it came out. And I'm going to play it today and kind of just shine a bit of a light on it. Let's have a look at the box art. Let's see if we can get that up here as well. There it is, Stubbs the Zombie. And that's kind of sums it up really. It's very tongue-in-cheek, very cartoony. He's not like a scary looking zombie. He's got this kind of haggard suit on from when he was alive. As I said, this game's made on the Bungie engine, so the same engine that they used to make the original Halo. So any vehicle sections feel very Warthog-esque. And it played really well from what I can remember, but no one seems to talk about it. It didn't get a sequel. It didn't get any kind of follow-up love. It doesn't really seem to have too much of a cult following from what I can see online. It just seems to have disappeared into absolute obscurity. So today, that is the first game I'm going to play in my hidden gems, is Stubbs the Zombie. Yeah, I'm going to dive in and play some now, but before I do, you know the drill, guys. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, or just leave me a like, leave me a comment, just engage with me. I find it fantastic when people talk to me on these channels. Hit me up on Twitter. I've got a Twitter and I'm fairly active on there. But yeah, just engage with me. All subs are appreciated, all likes, all comments, any engagement is appreciated. Right, without further ado, I'm going to jump in and start playing some Stubbs the Zombie and blow your minds. If you've never seen this before, honestly, drop me a comment, let me know what you think. This game is fantastic. It's been a nightmare to get hold of to play, but yeah, let's just dive in and I'll start to show you what it's like, because it is, from what I remember anyway, it is bloody awesome. Jesus, that's loud. ASPYR, okay, they're who made the game. It's just so... I remember this. Alright, so this is Stubbs the Zombie, Rebel Without a Pulse. Already, as you can tell, fantastic soundtrack. Awesome soundtrack, really good. Here we go, there's Stubbs.
He stole my hot dog.
I did steal his hot dog. Let's punch him, there we go. I just love the aesthetic, it's kind of got that kind of retro futuristic vibe, that kind of thing that Fallout does really well. There's like robots, but it's also gory as hell. Kind of robots versus that kind of 50s, 60s vibe. More 50s, I guess. And they kind of have that hyper futuristic, but also set in the past aesthetic.
I'm a guide bot, here to provide any information you need during your stay in our fair city. Would you like the full tour?
Yeah, I like the full tour. I can't remember this game at all. I love Stubbs' design. Like, you can see he's like got ripped trousers. You can see his pants are his trousers. Like, half his sides gone. Like, his intestines hanging out, but he's held together with his suspenders. Oh, I know how to move. I'm just not moving because I'm taking my time. Like, you can't move around very fast because obviously you're a zombie, so you're just shuffling about. He's got a good jump though. His jump attack is pretty sure he can do attack me jump. Yeah, he can do like a little kind of diving attack like that. Right, follow this robot. Oh, okay, so if you run for a little period of time, he does start to go a bit quicker. He's got a bit of life left in him. He's always got a fag hanging out his mouth as well.
Good morning, officers.
Be quiet, guidebot. All right, buddy, you're coming with us.
But officer,
You can kind of tell it was made in the original Halo engine as well, just the way the characters' faces look. If you can remember how Halo used to look, that is what the faces were like. Moving mouths and stuff, which is quite technically impressive, but they have that kind of dead look on their face.
We're just gonna stand here nice and quiet, and you are gonna get in the back of the squad car.
I don't think that's how it's going to work, mate. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to eat your brain.
We're waiting. Let's not make this. Please,
not the throat. What the?
So anyone that you eat the brain of, they'll come back as a zombie. So you can get to the point where you've got this army of zombies with you. I remember this game being quite difficult in places as well.
You got gas. I'll just head over here for a minute.
He's got like a fart attack as well.
Relieve the pressure.
I can't remember what the button is for it. That's the button for it. So that stuns enemies, and then when they're stunned, you can obviously eat their brains. But look, my zombie friends are doing it as well. So I'm already starting to build like a little army of zombies up. Look at that jump, it's wicked. You can clear whole cars with that. Well, not quite the whole car. We can long ways, I guess. And look at this! Walk up to zombie. Shove. Oh, okay. So I can push him in the right... Zombies, historically, aren't very smart. So if you want them to go the right way, you kind of have to push them the right way. Come on, we're going this way, guys. That's it. Come on. That's it. That's it. No. What are you doing? The jock one doesn't want to play by the rules. Okay. There we go. So they're smarter than I thought. At least Stubbs is, anyway. Come on, guys. So I've got my health bar down here on the left, which is my little character symbol. Whoa! Why did you punch me? Okay, she's just teaching me about health. So I've got my health bar here, as you can see, which is really low now. And I've got like a flatulence or a fart bar down here. You can tell this game was made in 2005. But it still looks fine. Like, it's got that kind of cartoony aesthetic, so it doesn't really age badly. But you can tell it was made in 2005. But I've seen games come out recently that look worse than this, so, you know. Be safe, have fun, eat brains. Yeah, that's fair. Let's do it. Hello, sir.
oh no!
I just love the kind of really nonchalant reactions. Oh no!
Let this be a dream!
It's not a dream, sir. I'm sorry. So the aim really is to basically just make as many zombies as you can. There is a story though you do have to progress. I remember there's a level later on where you're in like a tank. I don't know why. I can't remember why you're in a tank. Okay, so those guys with guns, that ain't great. I've got no gun at this point. You can unlock other kind of abilities. You can throw your own hand. I think you can bowl your own head. I can remember having like a lot more abilities later on. Your brain is gone. Right, so his arm's gone. That's it, come on. I like how they all just go, what?
Need to make a quick getaway?
I do.
Ball monorail is the best way to get around the city.
Game just had a great sense of humour, just a cool art style, and it's about zombies. And I just thought that it being so kind of unique, it would have garnered a much bigger following than it kind of ever did. It reminds me a lot of Destroy All Humans, and obviously Destroy All Humans has a massive cult following, and it's getting a kind of a remake next year, and it had loads of sequels. Very similar kind of game, but just never took off in the same way that Destroy All Humans did.
Anyone else out of bullets? Yep.
Today at the world's most advanced greenhouse.
Oh yeah, he gets all fixated about
Maggie Monday.
this woman. I don't think he is trying to find his girlfriend.
Is everything satisfactory?
This is so good, like just such a great aesthetic.
Sure you don't need anything? A cold drink?
No.
Cigarette?
No.
Foot massage?
Oh, I'm... What?
No, nothing.
That's the little tank you can drive.
You're a nice
It shoots
man,
like,
Mr.
I think it shoots
Skip,
shit.
Don't you have better things to do?
I could be wrong, but I
than
think it
present
shoots
your
shit.
employer's mother?
I'm just doing my job, Miss Monday. Andrew asked me to look after you, and I'm going to make sure nothing unseemly happens on this wonderful,
Sonny.
fabulous,
Sonny.
huge.
I am here.
Very kind of adult, this game, even though it looks cartoony. Hello, I'm here. That's it, dust yourself off, mate.
Better come with me, Miss Monday. This doesn't look like a safe place for you. Perhaps we can go back to my place.
Nice try. Goodness!
Mr. Skegness. Oh, poor Stubbs. Here we go. Look, okay. So this is the weird tank thing, but it controls just like a warthog from Halo. How do I fire? Yeah, there you go. Fires like shit. I'm pretty sure it's like a fertilizer machine, but it controls so well. Look at it! So good. Sodomobile. It is in these moments that you can tell what engine this is made with. Oh, fantastic. Now this game literally was impossible to get hold of. It barely runs on Windows 10, you have to run it in compatibility mode. There's so many reasons this game has disappeared into obscurity. But it's just one of them things, you would have thought that Microsoft would have kind of... I don't know who owns it, to be fair, the game. Made by ASPYR? Aspire? But no one seems to have just... I don't know if anyone even owns the rights to this game anymore. It's just completely disappeared. Almost entirely from existence. You would think in today's kind of remake culture that something like this would have been picked up. Another one of my kind of favourite forgotten gems, which I'm sure I will pick up at some point and play as part of this series, was a game called Voodoo Vince. Now Voodoo Vince was awesome, but that actually did get a remake or like a re-release recently. Again, it was another one of them games from this kind of era, really bizarre and obscure. You played as a little voodoo doll, and to kill enemies you had to hurt yourself. And you had like loads of really big, wacky finishing attacks, like a big hand would come out of the sky and like smash you. It was really unique, but that got a re-release or a remake recently, and that's what makes me think kind of things like this. It's bizarre that this never got kind of picked back up and remade, or at least re-released.
My work is too important. I must flee.
Your work is too important, you must flee, eh? Well, sorry about this.
Ow, 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 ow.
You're getting chewed. Yeah, ow. I bet it hurts a lot, to be honest. It's impressive how zombies can chew through skull to get to a brain. I find that really incredible.
Why, hello there. I can see all those internal organs.
Okay, so I'm going to get a new ability now. I'm pretty sure you can throw your guts like a grenade. Come on, bunnies. There we go, and then... blow up? Yeah. So yeah, I've got the gut throwing ability now. So I know you can unlock... I'm pretty sure you can unlock like one where you take your head off and you bowl your head. Alright, I need to fart on these guys. That's it. Eat them all, eat them all, eat them all. Okay, he's got a stun gun. Oh, I pulled his arm off. Oh, I can hit people with his arm. Oh, okay, yeah. Start smacking people about with his arm. Now, something that could kind of really do with kind of rejigging if they did ever make it. It's just kind of a little bit of the layout of the level design. A lot of it is quite repetitive. So like going through these tunnels, it's a lot of the same thing repeated over and over again. The game has a good aesthetic, and it's set in a really interesting time period and kind of a bit of a fictional time period, of course. But yeah, I don't think it takes full advantage of what it could do. I mean, this is all in some kind of big biodome. And like the design on Stubbs himself is fantastic, but I think that it could be a lot more varied. It's one of them games that kind of genuinely I think would benefit massively from just having a bit of an update. Or someone just picking it back up and having a look at it and seeing if there's anything they could do in terms of like a sequel. Because it is very cool. Really well made. But it just didn't get the love that it deserves. Games were really different back in 2005. Like, this original Xbox era. I feel like people took more chances and more risks back then. I mean, these days it's like if it's not going to sell, people aren't willing to take a chance on making something a little bit different. Everything has to have multiplayer. Everything has to have microtransactions. You know, it's rare when someone really goes all out and just tries to do something different with the game these days. I just love this kind of futuristic but retro aesthetic. It's just so cool. More games should have it. I just think it makes for a really interesting setting.
Good morning, Pump-Up. Killer up? Yeah, but make it snappy. We're in the middle of a zombie holocaust.
Okie dokie, one tank of extra leaded coming right up.
I'm not sure I have enough cash to cover
Oh, never you mind, sir. It's on the house.
that. Oh, there's no need for that.
Oh, it's my pleasure, officers.
I remember this bit.
My pleasure. Hey, want me to look under the hood?
No, I need to use the restroom.
Oh, it's round the back.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead. I'll
such a ridiculous sense of humour, but it's great. Again, like
Good thing you stopped by, officer. There's been a bit of lawlessness this afternoon.
a game that just wasn't afraid to take risks, and they really don't exist that often now. People do the same thing. They do sequels, they do remasters, and I know I'm kind of making a case for this to be remastered, but this game genuinely was really unique, and I think that might be why it didn't get the recognition it deserves. I think it was just so odd and so obscure that it didn't get picked up. But you would think that anything with zombies is usually really popular, and it just, I don't know, just didn't land with people. I don't know why. But I think it's just got tons of style, so much style. It's weird, there's kind of loads of trends that kind of started, not necessarily started, but trends that have really kicked off over the past few years in games. Like, games have to have collectibles, they have to have a multiplayer mode, have to have microtransactions. I don't know, just the way games are going, it was kind of a golden era of games. I'm not necessarily saying this was it, I'm just saying the way they're going now. There's still a lot of great talent, there's still a lot of great games, but I think a lot of the best stuff is kind of within the indie communities, where they're not adhering to those kind of mainstream norms like microtransactions and stuff like that. I think that's genuinely damaging the industry in a big way. Give me a single player story driven game any day over something that's chock full of microtransactions and multiplayer garbage. I like multiplayer games, I really do, but I love my single player story based content. Where am I going? Oh shit. I was about to have a drink, but the bloody raid police are here. That can't be good. Oh, they've got me! Shit.
Listen up, you brain-eating cretin! Your little cannibal joyride is over! My men are cleaning the rest of the zombies' filth.
I like how he's talking to you as a zombie, like you're gonna understand what he's saying.
Your wagon, personally. Dr. Y is on his way over right now.
Kind of says more about him than about anything about you.
Long before he arrives.
Oh no, this is where you get to throw your hand around. I'm playing as the hand. I need to climb up into that vent, not climb onto the bloody... Oh, I've jumped off the wall. Okay, here we go. Would I really want to be this guy? Oh, maybe I do.
Oh my God, your head!
Help me. Let me out. Help me. Help me. Thank you.
Oh, great! More!
There we go. Come on, lads. Time for a prison break. Thanks, mate. What a way to thank someone that just set you free. I don't know if he grows his arm back, or if he gets the same one but it doesn't really show you it.
I'm glad you came directly to my office. It's much more convenient if I kill you. You're about to learn you can't.
Oh shit.
I told you I would dance in your grave, and I meant it.
Oh my god, he's actually going to dance. Oh, this is amazing. This is the best game ever. Soundtrack makes it even better. What is happening? How is this solving who gets to kill who? How do you solve anything with a dance-off? I'm not mad, but like... I didn't look at that at all. Whew. Oh, lollipop! Here we go. Oh my god, I didn't catch that at all. Oh! Oh, he's got a gut on him. Gonna blow him up. In the armory as well, okay.
Beat that, zombie!
That's how you beat that.
Oh, Fred. I think we're moving a little fast.
Relax, baby. Ted would have wanted it this way.
I watched him die.
Yeah, like 3 hours ago. Don't live in the past, Judy. It's time to move on.
Oh, Ted. Fred. Oh.
Well, I'm gonna eat your new boyfriend as well, I'm afraid. Unless I'm just gonna steal your car. Can I steal the car? No, I'm gonna fall off the roof. Okay. Not your hat. Get your hat back on, mate. Your hair's a mess. Oh. Well, I think that's probably enough Stubbs the Zombie for one day. Such a good game. Without me really needing to say this, I'm sure you can all tell that the game isn't amazing. It's a little repetitive, the art style's pretty dated, but this came out in 2005. It's an older game, and I just think that it didn't get the love that it deserved at the time. It still plays really well now, and it's still fun now, it's still funny. It's got great style, kind of great aesthetic. I genuinely think it just didn't get the love and the appreciation that it deserved. I'm not saying this game should have won awards. I'm not saying this game should have had a string of sequels. But it did some things that were unique at the time, and it did some things that I haven't really seen since. You play as the zombie, you turn other people into zombies. Very comedic, very tongue-in-cheek. And I just think it's very similar to Destroy All Humans that went on to do really, really well, and this kind of just disappeared into obscurity. And it's a shame. I genuinely think it's a shame. It's a fun little game. Again, not going to set the world on fire. It isn't amazing. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. It's pretty ropey, as you can probably see. Very repetitive areas, and the gameplay loop is quite small. Walk along, turn people into zombies, do it again somewhere else. But it's fun, and I just think it probably should have got a little bit more recognition and a little bit more love than it did. So that brings us to the end of this Stubbs the Zombie retrospective on Forgotten Gems. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've shown you something, as I say, that you've not seen before, or kind of made you think about it and gone, oh, I really liked that game when I played it. I might try and pick it up again. It is quite difficult to find now. It is on PC and it is obviously on original Xbox, but it's quite a difficult one to get hold of. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching Stubbs the Zombie in all its weirdness and all its aged glory. It has aged quite badly, but it still plays really well, and it's still very funny. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching it, guys. I'll see you next time for another one. Drop a like down below, drop a comment, and hit sub if you haven't already. Let me know if there's any games you want me to play that were a little bit obscure or a little bit forgotten. The title is Forgotten Gems, so show me those games. And I'll see you next time for another one. Take care of yourselves, guys. See you later. Goodbye.